Begin. I'd like to welcome everyone who is here in the hearing room today and who's watching the hearing online. For the purpose of this hearing, we are accepting witness testimony in person, and we are also accepting written testimony through the legislature's position letter portal or through the committee's redistricting public comment portal. Both of these portals can be accessed through the committee's website at aelc.assembly.ca.gov. Today's hearing is going to be a little different than the typical Assembly Elections Committee bill hearing, so I want to set the stage for what to expect. The committee is hearing two measures today, ACA 8, related to congressional redistricting, and SB 280, related to election administration and funding. As with a normal bill hearing, those items will be up for a vote in committee today. In addition to voting on those two bills, the committee will also be holding an informational hearing on the subject matter of AB 604 related to proposed congressional districts. I expect that the committee will begin by discussing and voting on ACA 8. After the committee has dispensed with ACA 8 in order to make the best use of the time of the committee and of the members of the public who are here in the hearing room or who are watching this hearing online, the order in which the committee hears the other two bills may depend on the availability of the bill authors to come present in the committee. If the committee hears AB 604 before SB 280, for procedural reasons, the committee will be recessing the bill hearing and proceeding to the informational hearing on AB 604. The committee would then reconvene the bill hearing after completing the informational hearing on AB 604. If that occurs, I will make an appropriate announcement at that time. When we hear the bills on the agenda, including the informational hearing on AB 604, we will hear from a maximum of 2 primary witnesses in support and 2 primary witnesses in opposition to the bill, with a limit of 3 minutes per witness. As a reminder, primary witnesses in support are those designated by the author. To provide additional opportunity for public input, we will allow other witnesses to speak for no more than 30 seconds. In order to permit as many people as possible to testify, I will enforce that time limit strictly. My 27 years as Santa Cruz County's chief elections official is what I carried into these conversations about mid-decade redistricting. And let me be clear. What we are building in California is the most transparent process in the nation. For example, we've launched a public redistricting comment portal right on the committee's website so voters can speak directly to this process. Since Wednesday, it's received more than 16,000 submissions.
Madam Chair.
We aren't asking Californians
I have a motion based on that information.
It would be nice if the vice chair wouldn't interrupt the chair while she's speaking.
It's relevant to what she's saying.
It would be nice if the vice chair would let the chair finish her comments.
May I finish my comments?
Will I be able to make my motion?
Yes, may I finish my comments? Thank you. We aren't asking Californians to rubber stamp maps drawn behind closed doors. We're putting the maps front and center and giving voters the final say. This is not about cherry picking when we follow our independent redistricting process. As a former elections official, I would never stand for that. It would go counter to my core values and my life's work. This is about defending democracy itself, making sure the checks and balances our kids learn in government class are alive and well after the 2026 elections. Let's be honest, Donald Trump lit this fire when he pressured Texas to change the rules mid-game. California is answering that attack. Not by breaking democracy, but by protecting it. The bills we are hearing today only take effect if another state rigs the election maps. California believes in independent redistricting. We want every state to adopt it. And our Independent Redistricting Commission retains its authority to draw the maps in 2020 and beyond. I understand this is a fast process, but we are focusing on transparency and ensuring voters have the final say on whether to enact temporary adjustments to our congressional districts. Our democracy is under attack, and we simply do not have the ability to delay action so our county elections officials can administer a secure, transparent, accurate, and accessible election. Because at the end of the day, this isn't about partisanship. It's about principle. It's about trust. And it's about making sure every voter knows their voice still matters in America. We will seek to protect the rights of all who participate in this legislative process so that we can have effective deliberation and decisions on critical issues facing California. In order to facilitate the committee's business and public participation in today's hearing, we will not permit conduct that disrupts, disturbs, or otherwise impedes the orderly conduct of legislative proceedings. Violations of these rules may subject you to removal or other enforcement action. So before we move on to the agenda, I have an additional announcement to make. I have a letter from Speaker Rivas requesting that Assemblymember Berman be permitted to present ACA 8 on his behalf. So with those announcements out of the way, we will now move on to the committee's agenda. And Madam Vice Chair, you had a comment.
Yes.